The 68, 95 and 99.7 rule. For any normal distribution, about 68% of the data falls within one standard deviation of the mean, and that's shown by the dark green part here. So we can see -1 standard deviation plus 1 standard deviation, with the mean being here. And so about 68% of the data would be there. So the probability of being in there is 0.68. About 95% of the data falls within 2 standard deviations of the mean. So that would be both the dark green and light green parts, going from -2 standard deviations to +2. About 95% of the data is in there. And about 99.7% of the data falls within 3 standard deviations of the mean, and that's all of the shaded part of the diagram. If you know the mean, mu, and standard deviation, sigma, of a normal distribution, you can estimate how likely it is for a value to fall within certain intervals, as long as they're based on whole numbers of standard deviations from -3 to 3. For example, let's suppose we had x was a normal distribution with mean 100 and a standard deviation of 10, hence that's 10 squared, because remember that's the variance. About 68% of the values are between 90 and 110. So if we're talking about this normal distribution that we're given here, where the mean is 100 and the standard deviation is 10, so 110 to 90, 10 up and 10 down. So what we're saying is 68% of the data is in there. And then if you go out a bit more, 80 and 120, then we can say that 95% of the data is in there, and then go out another standard deviation, and about 99.7% between 70 and 130.